Let's look at a solar energy company. First off, read this disclaimer carefully and do your good deed of the day by liking and subscribing. The company in question is SunPower. It is in the eco-friendly energy theme. Extreme performance, monstrously outperforming here the total world stock index, and certainly the S&P 500. You can see here that SunPower, it is almost 1,700% from the 52-week lows. That is a very extreme gain. So there's massive bullishness when it comes to eco-friendly energy. If we look at all the megatrends, we can see a 373% outperformance vis-a-vis the S&P 500. Obviously, that's very, very bullish. But we are reaching a kind of bullishness now where it makes sense to maybe, be a bit more cautious. So this is the company's website, SunPower. They have this whole design studio thing where you can build your own system online from the safety of your home and see how your solar roof will look like. They give you online estimates, and you can also have a virtual consultation. This is all about making it easier to transition to solar energy. Very powerful trend, which is why the stock is up so much. Here is the seasonality of the stock. We can see that the current month, 63% of the time it closes higher. Not a very strong seasonality, but it's something. But the really strong seasonality is when it comes to April, a super month, 80% of the time closing higher, but May is very weak. We can also see here that March is a weak month. Looking at the solar energy ETF, we see a similar pattern. Okay, so here is the chart. SunPower, all the history we have all the way back here to 2005. One of the things that we should make note of is that this isn't the first time there's been incredible bullishness when it comes to solar energy. Back here we had a monster rally, way over 600%, but it was followed by a crash of an astonishing minus 98-ish%. That is very much a bear market. Then we have this bull run here, 912-ish%. Obviously that's rather bullish, but we then had a bear market that found a low here, minus 90%. Okay, that is quite significant. If we measure from, we do know the distance from the 52-week lows. Okay, so the current bull run in SunPower is epic. It's huge. It's very euphoric. It hasn't really been that euphoric in a very long time. Looking at the RSI, the current RSI level, and you see here, we see that it draws a line. Historically, the current level has been problematic. It's been a premonition of a potential pullback on the horizon. Long term, it's quite clear that we formed a base. So this breakout here, it is very bullish long term for SunPower. But you could make a very strong case that maybe we've gone a bit too far too fast. The PPO is also at a record. Let's look here at the daily data points. Let's get all the data available here as well. Okay, so you can see that when we look here at the PPO, which is the distance from the 200-day moving average, we have never been this far away. Looking at the RSI, we do have one of the highest levels ever. Historically, you can see that this security uses the entire range, up and down, up and down. It is very common for it to have a pullback. And the pullback in SunPower can be significant. If you look here at this recent correction, here to here, minus 23% all of a sudden. Hence, even though the bulls are clearly in control, this is simply not an ideal time to buy. If you have profits, maybe consider at least to have some kind of protection maybe like with a tighter stop, maybe even go into the options market. So 77% correlation with S&P 500 long term. Shorter term, we have a 90%. That's the chart. Here we have Finviz. You see that we are way above all the, and we've just broken out above everything. Options are available. That is great for protection. You know, there's all kinds of option strategies. You know, the basic thing, of course, is to just buy a put. But there's many other ones as well. The performance is, of course, extremely good. Over the last year, 696%. When we calculate the distance from the analyst price target, they suggest a minus 49%, to be specific, downside from the current levels. When we look at the solar energy ETF 10, and when we look at the price earnings, vis-a-vis the iShares Global Clean Energy ETF, which has a 34-ish PE, you can see that the solar energy ETF is 113% higher PE than the Global Clean Energy ETF. That's quite excessive. Looking at Sachs.com, we have a number 3 hold, F value score, D growth, and C momentum, a VGM of F. The solar energy industry is in the top 34% as far as industry rank. There's no dividend. It's a big company, $8 billion US. Okay, hence let's sum up here and make some kind of conclusion. Looking at the theme, eco-friendly energy, I am definitively very, very bullish long term. Looking years into the future, I am very bullish. However, when we look at SunPower and also solar energy more broadly, eco-friendly energy more broadly, it is very clear that we've seen a huge, quite euphoric move from the lows. The bulls are still in control. Yeah, they are. But you have to ask yourself the question, is this a high risk reward opportunity for bulls or for bears? I would say that for SunPower, certainly, looking at the technicals, looking at the fundamentals, also to some extent seasonality, it is quite clear that this is currently is a very high risk situation for bulls. The bulls have seen a huge move. Huge, but it is so excessive that it becomes risky, and you know, short sellers, you know, bears, they are definitively scouring these super overbought industries and looking for opportunities and building up on some bearish positions, which adds selling pressure. Another thing that can add selling pressure, that's bulls who take profit, because, you know, if you bought, I mean, there's so many places you could have bought here SunPower and you would have a big profit now. Maybe take some profit off the table, which means a sell order. And so basically there's a bunch of factors that could add to selling pressure. As far as support level, if we do get the pullback, which most likely we will, certainly the blue here, light blue, 5-week moving average, and also the pinkish 10-week moving average are sort of like the buy zone. We could, of course, get a deeper correction. That is very much possible, especially when we look here at the long-term history here for this stock. Okay, to gain full access to the research, you can just go here and subscribe. And this is one of the best deals out there. This performance, as you can see here in this Excel file, this is based on real data. So if we click, let's pick a random theme like data centers. This is real data, real stocks, real data from 52-week low and 52-week highs. You see that there are strong stocks and also some that are a bit weaker. So there's no like manipulation of data going on here, which means that I would argue that this newsletter subscription is one of the most honest ones in the business.